So now, to finish my LED edge-lit acrylic sign, I'm going to need a battery pack with some AAA batteries in it. This battery pack has its own on-off switch so that I can actually don't have to add a switch into the circuit. I can just turn it on and off right at the battery pack. I'm going to need some electrical tape. I'm going to need an LED. These are two different LED options. We have several different colors, and then these are color changing LEDs, so you'll be able to see what that looks like. We want one of these large binder clips, and we need our etched acrylic. So, very simple project. What we're going to do is we're going to test our LEDs to see what they look like first. So I've got my switch set to off, and basically you can see a red and a black wire come out and go into this little white attachment part here. And I'm going to stick my LED straight in to the little holes at the end of that. And one thing that I have to make sure is that the LED can only allow electricity to flow through it in one direction. So you have to put the LED in the correct way in order to get it to light up. Now, obviously you can do the trial and error method where you put it in one way, test it, doesn't light up, you flip it around the other way. But you can know this for sure. You'll notice this LED has two little legs, and one of them is a little bit longer than the other one. And that is the side that's going to be plugged into the positive wire, or the red wire. Usually the positive wire in a circuit is red if there's a battery involved, and the black is the ground wire. So that's the wire that leads back to the negative side of the battery. So hopefully I have this right, and I'm going to put the longer leg into the hole with the red wire and the shorter leg into the hole with the black wire. And so I am just lining that up, getting those leads in there and shoving them down inside that little white connector. Now, if I've done that correctly, when I flip the switch to on, my blue light should light up. And there it is. It's nice and bright. And now I can test to see how it looks with my acrylic. If I put the blue light there, you can see that this part is lighting up. When we turn out the lights, it'll look even more dramatic, but the part that we have sanded is lighting up. The part that we left clear is not lighting up. That's what we want. Now, this other LED, as I said, is a color changing LED, and it also has a long leg and a short leg. So I'm going to stick the long leg into the red connector and the short leg into the black one. Get it in there as much as I can. As long as it's making contact, that's all that's necessary. And then when I turn that on, you can see it's changing colors, going through a series of colors, which is a pretty cool effect. So I think I'm going to make my sign with this LED. So I just ripped the plastic backing off the back of my acrylic before I put my electrical tape on. This is going to take a while to clean. There's a lot of little dust bits that I made when I sanded this. So here is my LED. Here is my electrical tape, which is going to act as an insulator. It's going to keep electricity from, touching things, and it's also nice and stretchy and sticky. And so I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to lay my LED about in the middle of it. Make sure I keep my connection here. This is another reason why we put the electrical tape on there. It's going to hold everything together so that even if I move this thing, it's possible that the leads could come out of the little white adapter here. I don't want that to happen. I want to make sure that it stays in place. So the electrical tape will help hold everything together. And then I'm going to place the LED about in the center of the acrylic. I don't want to have my LED way over here or way over here. I want to have it in the center. So I'm going to touch my tape on the back and then roll it around to the front. And I can kind of stretch it a little bit, flatten it nicely, and pinch it at the end there. And that's probably pretty good, but I want a smoother look on the bottom, so I'm going to take a little bit more electrical tape, cut myself off a piece, and I'm going to just make a nice straight line on the bottom. And then wrap that around. And I can do the same thing on the back. Last piece. And there we have it. Now, obviously, I need this thing to stand up somehow, and that is where our binder clip comes in. Nice, big, heavy-duty binder clips. I'm going to just take that and put it on there. And here comes a nifty trick. If I like how that looks, I can pinch these arms together and actually pop them out of the holes. And now, my LED light should stand no problem. I can take my battery pack, I can leave it loose, but I can also tape it right to the front, or maybe right around to the back. And there you have it. Nice, clean LED light. Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to turn off my lights. Flip my switch. And there you can see it.